Hello everyone, this is See More Better with ChristianEyewear.com, where believing is seeing, and home to the free prescription lenses. I want to give a big thank you to Juan in Los Angeles, California for his 5th purchase in just a few months. He's even got his parents to purchase from me, and I'll get their glasses made as soon as the lenses come in. But you are getting the Zeiss Photofusion Extra Gray lens with the silver flash mirror for the Oakley 8161 bevel. This is color 03, which is the satin black camo in the 57 eye size. There will be a link in the description below if anyone wants to purchase this. But again, you purchase any Oakley frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. Now when I take it out of the box, you've got the hard shell case. You've got your Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag, the extra nose pads that come with this frame. I'm going to take it out of the carrying cloth / cleaning cloth / carrying bag. And of course it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And again, this is the bevel from Oakley. And hopefully the camera will pick this up. This is the model number 8161, color 03, the 57 eye size. The 03 color is the satin black camo. And it's very subtle and hard to see, but that's not going to do it. Under bright light when you're outside, you can see a little bit of variation. It's almost like a black tortoise. There's a little bit of white in there, the black camouflage. It's got the silver metallic temples. And with the silver metallic lens, that's going to look sharp. But with the silver Oakley emblem on both sides. But let me pop out the original demo lenses, place it into the tracing element of my blocker, program the shape into the computer. You are Secret Agent 2963. So that years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can send them right to your home and you'll see how to pop them in. I'm going to hit the start button. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at ChristianEyewear.com. Again, where everyone loves a bargain and no one's disappointed in quality. You buy any frame that I offer and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account, flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they're prescription or not. Juan, you know you need prescription. Now you'll get the full reimbursement from your health savings account flex dollars. I do not accept any vision insurance plan, so I'm considered out of network. But if you submit an itemized receipt that I can provide upon request, you will get your out of network reimbursement mailed right to your home from your insurance company. So that is the shape of the right lens that we'll be cutting. Let me go ahead and move on to the next screen to enter your data. Your pupillary distance is 62.5. Now I can enter in 0.5 millimeter increments, so I'm going to put in there 31 to get to 62, and then I'm going to squeeze that extra 0.5 millimeter out. So the computer starts at 32.5. I'm going to tap the minus button a few times. It goes down in 0.5 millimeter increments to 31. I want to raise the optical center height up to 24. Let me enter that. 24. And these are single vision lenses. Now the blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. So let me grab your right lens, which reads +1/4 -2.25 astigmatism at axis 66. +2.25 -2.25 at 66. I've covered up your name. Zeiss documents everything, including your name. So I covered that up to protect the innocent. So I'm going to pull the lens out of the protective sleeve. Put the axis wheel on 66. Actually, I'm going to start on 0. Make sure everything's back to the beginning. Yep. Put it on +1/4. Put your lens in. Rotate until the spherical component of your prescription comes into view first. Find your astigmatism correction. Get everything centered just perfectly. I'm getting there. I'm a perfectionist. Always like to find the center. Check one thing there, -2, so we're dead on. And I'll explain all that later. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, Ocho. I don't know why I always say that, but I do. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the left lens. But first, let me highlight. The thing I love about Zeiss is how they document everything. This is your right lens. The prescription, +1/4, -2 1/4 at 66. What they call the silver flash mirror, DMW, Duravision Mirror White. And I don't know what the FPY stands for, the extra photo, and it's yours. All right, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to a lot of things. In fact, when I put on here, I write uno, dos, ocho, because I'm bad at math. I've flunked math so many times I can't even count. Come on. Hello, is this on? You can laugh at that joke. All right, so the left eye, +75 -3 at 104, +75 -3 at 104. I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 104. Take the left lens out of the protective sleeve. Put the power drum on +75. Rotate the lens until the spherical component comes into view. Find your astigmatism correction center. It's a lot of work, ain't it? Okay. Your prescription is a little trickier than most. And again, now we're going to put the 3 dots on there. Once, doce, 13 and this is the left lens. And again, let me highlight the powers from Carl Zeiss, the single vision left lens. Look, it's got the date on there, not the date I ordered it, the day they started processing it and getting it shipped. And highlight the power, +75 -3 at 104. That way you know you're getting the manufacturer's original packaging and lenses. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. By the way, did I mention free bad jokes with the purchase of every pair of glasses made? So, this is a block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. This is what's going to hold it in the lathe, essentially. I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to stick this one onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. That silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. So we're going to get everything laid out as such. Get that off there. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm trying to work here. So, always get quiet when I line these up because I'm concentrating. I can't run my mouth when I'm doing that. Alright, so that's there. In order to squeeze that extra ½ millimeter out, I'm going to move the center over just a little bit. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can identify with. I ain't right either. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height, same spacing I'm going to do to squeeze that extra ½ millimeter. So I've got you in the crosshairs of a scope, and I'm going to move that just a little bit that way to get that extra ½ millimeter out. Make sure the lens is large enough, and it is. I'm going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. This is the blocker, this is the tracer, this is what's known as the edger. This is what's going to edge your lens down from this size to this size. And it's going to do it on this cutting wheel, which is a diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center is going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I'm going to wake up the computer. It has transferred now the data from over here to here. This is job ID number 2963, or as I like to say, installment 2963 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So stay tuned. Spoiler alert, episode number 330 million is going to be wacky. You heard it here first. So, these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would let the machine know what material it's cutting, but we're going to stick with polycarbonate. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. I know. Did I mention free bad jokes with the purchase of every pair of glasses? Alright, so I hit the start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that the lens is large enough to fit into the frame on the first go around, and you can see as it's tracing the shape of the right lens. And again, the old Jewish carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once, is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, which you'll have barely any, if at all, with your prescription in this frame. Now the light flickering in the back is water to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while they are cutting. Unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex, which do cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now water will spray onto your lenses, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away the optical debris that you see beginning to form on the edge of your lenses. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics-grade lens material, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris in their Oakleys that the U.S. government, that the military provides. But it has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Los Angeles, this is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now if you notice your lens is completely flat, it's just about to go onto the bevel wheel to get the V-shaped bevel onto the edge of the lens. Now Zeiss offers the most complete UV protection of any company. That's why they partnered with the U.S. Cancer Society because of that. Now speaking of protection, you also have 50 to 70% blue light protection built into the lens. You have the silver mirror coating on the front of the lens. You have DuraVision Sun anti-glare on the back of the lens. On the front it looks like you have a silver anti-glare. On the back, same thing. It's not till you activate the lens that you'll see the green component of the anti-glare come into view. It's really space edge, really high tech how Zeiss has done that. But water has begun spraying on the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. So you have the most complete protection, 100% UV protection. You have 50 to 70% blue light protection built into the lens because of the photochromic attributes of the lens. You have the silver flash mirror on the front. You have the anti-glare coating on the back, which reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, it also comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. So in just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours and then I can melt it. Now, the reason why I put the safety bevel on the back surface of the lens is because, let me get all this optical sawdust off, also known as schwarf. May the schwarf be with you, except it's not. I'm scraping it off. Now the reason why I put the safety bevel on the back of the lens, I'm going to tuck your lens in, and Juan, years from now, should you ever need new lenses, have the side I'm working on closest to me. I tuck the lens in at the outside corner, and as I press down, the back surface of the lens is going to come in contact with the frame until it pops right in. But if this were too large and I'd have to cut it down some more, I want a smooth surface of the lens to come in contact with your frame. I do not want to blemish, scratch, or mar the finish of your frame. That's why I put the safety bevel on the back surface of the lens. No portion of the front surface protrudes, so I don't have to worry about that. So we're going to flip that over to L, place the sticker on there firmly, place the magnet into the chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. the Chuckarama, or today I'm calling it the Juan. The Juan numero 5. Hit the green start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens again will be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as this go around tracing the shape of the left side. And then the old Jewish carpenter saying, love your neighbor. No, making sure that it's measuring the bevel to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you have none. Even with your higher than average astigmatism, you have no, look how easy that came off. So dry that off, add to my sticker collection, come down here to the lensometer, place it in that black dot just over the reticle, which will read the power. I need to turn the axis wheel back to 66. It's on here somewhere, there we go. Read the power, and I am getting +1/4, 1 tick mark going away from 0 towards 1 into the black numbers with the plus sign, not the red numbers with the minus. That's because you need the smallest amount of far-sighted correction possible. You need +1/4. It starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. So you need 3 steps of magnification for your left eye, but only 1 for the right. Now, once the object is the correct size, you have 2 1/4 steps, an additional 9 steps of astigmatic correction. You have 2 1/4 diopters of uncorrected astigmatism. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike with the letters P or F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. So we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 66. So you have a +1/4 this way, 90 degrees away you have -2 1/4 here. And it's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. And we're going to turn that to 66, which I've done for the right eye. Let's measure the second curve. And I'm getting -2, exactly halfway between 1 and 3. That's where you're going to find 2. Halfway between 1 and 3. And that's because if you had a quarter, but you owed somebody $2.25, you would be $2 in the red. That's where we're at now. Your left eye, you need 3 steps of magnification and 3 full diopters. So you're on the 3rd rung of a ladder for distance correction. You're on the 12th rung for a total of 15 of astigmatism correction. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 104. Now, the first 2 numbers on each line, right eye is at the top, left eye on the bottom. The first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. It's 66 for your right eye, 104 for the left. The difference in those 2 numbers, 34 and 8, so 38 degrees of separation from those 2 numbers and from you and Kevin Bacon's prescription. Now, the Oakley 8161 Bevel sells for $178, complete with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses. The Photofusion Extra Gray adds $129. The Silver Flash Mirror adds $69 for a total of $376 complete, tax-free. The reason why I point that out now is a lot of people on the internet are having to charge tax. I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. Juan, I want you to open the door with your mind. Good job, Juan. But there is no tax collected on medical devices, and that's how I'm able to remain tax-free. So, let's give it up for Juan for opening the door with his mind. For those of you who believe in telepathy, please raise my hand. Wow, there must be a lot of people out there who believe in that. Okay, so, hello, is this on? I'm going to give you time to laugh at that. All right, so, again, if anyone wants this frame, there'll be a link in the description below of where to purchase it on the website. But I don't mind taking the time to tell you that, again, just go to the shop page of the website. And on the left hand, you will see categories. Within that category, you'll see Oakley. And then you'll see the 8161. So I'm going to tuck this in at the time of this video. Eventually there'll be a link with the Oakley emblem as we get more brands and more frames onto the website. It's coming. It's coming. I'm having to rebuild everything. But again, ChristianEyewear.com, your new home to free prescription lenses and every frame under the sun on God's green earth. So we're going to tuck this in at the outside corner. Oop, I see some optical sawdust. That was on the, get off of there. Sawdust, you're stealing my show. Did I get it all off the lens? I did. All right, so I have the side I'm working on closest to me. Tuck it in at the outside corner, push down with my thumbs, it snaps right in. Let's go ahead and take that block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method. We're going to do a 3-point shot from back here. I'm calling glass. I'm going this off the backboard. Oh, that one rimmed in. That was close. Where's my stickers? Where's my stickers at? So I'm going to put it in over the black dot. That thing rolled around the cup before that golf ball dropped in for the birdie. So, for the 3-point shot, for the sport ball that I am so good at. My sport ball team beat your sport ball team. Hopefully there'll be some sports this fall. That's right, you don't have the LA Raiders anymore. They moved to Vegas. Who do you have? The Rams? No, wait, is it the St. Louis Rams? Do you guys have any team left? I'm trying to think. We got the Carolina Panthers. That's almost a team. Alright, so we're going to turn that fine tune knob to 104. Turn the power drum to plus 75, going away from 0, 1 tick mark away from 1. Now, 3 full diopters in the opposite direction from plus back to minus 3 full diopters of astigmatism correction. And we end up at minus 2 1/4. Because 3 minus 75 is 2 1/4. Now, drum roll please, 62.5, optical center height of 24. I'm going to turn the card around, measure your PD, pupillary distance. I'm going to place the thumb against my, on your right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 62.5, so that is cut perfectly. I'm going to measure to hopefully get 24, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the plastic, because your lens goes halfway into the frame. We're getting 24 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. That is cut perfectly. The reason why I show you all of this and document all this is because when you buy glasses online, how do you know you're really getting what you paid for and if the prescription is cut correctly with the right measurements? I document everything. I am a licensed optician. I went to a college to study this. I passed the state board exam. I have 21 years experience in the field. I have personally cut over tens of thousands of pairs of glasses and for my community and for people worldwide. And now I get to make Juan's 5th pair. So I want to show you everything along the way to you can verify that everything is made perfectly. From your prescription being entered right, to the measurements being right, to the axis cut right, to the powers cut right. Everything is right except for the guy who made them. Hey, you can't have everything, can you? So, now every pair of lenses is made in the United States by a licensed optician and inspected before shipping. You saw that. You saw that. If you didn't see it, hit rewind. But, oop, got a little toilet paper there stuck onto my shoe. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, you want to be stubborn, do you? All right, let me take that back out. A day in the life of a licensed optician. All right, so that's back in there. So, Juan, I'm going to send out a selfie request in every package. I would love to have 2 selfies, one with you indoors clear, one with you outside with the silver mirror flash showing. So, I also send out cleaning instructions for not just for your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, your Zeiss cloth, your Oakley cleaning cloth, and for your hard shell case. So it too will last you for years. No other seller does that on the internet, I am told. I'm also going to field test every cleaning cloth before I ship, so that Juan, when you get these in the mail, you see that wrinkle, you know they work. But the last thing I need to do in final inspection is to get this in a 3-point stance, also known, well, in standard alignment, also known as the 3-point stance. Now, Juan, when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, that's if this was too big on your head or too tight on your head. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'll show you I'm part of that 80%, but because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But again, I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now, when I say wobble, When I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. For those of you keeping score at home, I am wearing the Christian eyewear designed in the USA by me. This is model number Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's black with the silver crosses. You can get this black with gold crosses. Again, you can get this tortoise or majestic purple, each principal color with either silver or gold crosses. All right, let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip this over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly and that neither temple is askew. Check the tension on each hinge to make sure that is matching. Now I'm about to activate these, meaning that I'm exposed them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for all photochromic transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute, minute 15 to return back to virtually clear. Now, Juan and everyone else watching, this is important, pay attention. All photochromic transition lenses will turn dark on day one and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time the photochromic transitions lenses in Generation 8 won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, these Photofusion Extra Gray will get 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield. They're also temperature sensitive. Look at that silver mirror. That is nice to match the silver on there, the silver Oakley emblem, the silver lenses. Now, Juan, when you look out, you see gray, the extra dark gray. When everyone looks at you, they see the silver mirror. Hey, who's that guy in there with the GoPro? So, and of course, now you can see the green anti-glare coating on the back of the lens. Before it was silver and now it's green. And as I keep talking, these will get lighter and lighter. But the other thing about transition photochromic lenses, they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I'd like to remind everyone that when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. We all work much better when it cools off. Now, having said that, these extra active gray lenses, is available in gray only, will get darker in hotter weather. It's designed for extra active people who spend extra amounts of time outside. So again, this feature, well, the silver flash mirror comes in 4 colors. The silver, as you see, a gold, a green, and a blue. Actually, there's now a new red. Now, in full disclosure, the silver, gold, green, and blue is a true mirror. I can sit there and see myself. Why is that camera crooked? I can see myself in the reflection. The red, it just looks like a really bold red anti-glare coating on steroids. It's not as good as a true mirror, I have to confess. If people like the red, so be it. But it's not as complete of a mirror. I literally can check to see if I have any broccoli in my teeth with these lenses. The red is just we're getting there. It's new, it's proprietary, but we're getting there. So, where was I at? Oh, this is where I like to remind everyone that Jesus loves you unconditionally. I'm just asking for a like. Like this video, give me the thumbs up. You can click my logo in the bottom right hand corner, which is the wooden eye with the golden cross, to subscribe to my Christian Eyewear YouTube channel. You can click the bell icon so you get notified every time there's a new frame and lens combinations so you can see what they look like. If you have any questions, you can go to the Contact Us page of the website. Or if you like to type in info@christianeyewear.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Christian Space Eyewear, or Instagram and Twitter is just one word, Christian Eyewear. But you can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. And as I keep talking, now I gave these 2 strong bursts of light. But normally they would turn back quicker. But as I keep running my mouth, these things will be back to virtually clear in no time. But Juan, thank you so much for the purchase of your 5th pair of glasses in just a few short months. It really does mean a lot to me that you're willing to support a small independent optician such as myself. I am literally the proverbial David competing with corporate Goliath companies out there. And it just means a lot for your repeat business that you have the faith in me, that you've now brought your father and your mother in to get a pair of glasses from me. I'm really touched by all this. I joke around a lot, but I cannot be sincere enough to thank you again for your continued support. You could purchase from anyone, but instead you bought from the guy who gives you the free prescription lenses. Well played, sir. But thanks again for the purchase of the Oakley 8161 Bevel, size 57. This frame comes in two sizes, a 55 and a 57. It comes in 4 colors. And again, there will be a link in the description below if you want to buy this frame. Exact colors are a different one or different size. Thanks again for watching, and then hopefully, and again, you got this with the Zeiss Photochromic Extra Gray with the silver flash mirror. And now hopefully everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring God's loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.